everyone, Kat here, and today I'm doing another one of my rehabilitation workouts. I got this nice nifty little cane, much easier to walk around with and do stuff with, and you know, there's improvement. This is much better than what we started working with, so I'm pretty happy about that. You have to appreciate when you see some changes, especially when they're heading in the right direction. I'm able to get down a little bit more, and it hasn't been all that long. It's still not a full week yet. It happened last Wednesday, so the outlook's looking pretty good right now. Okay, so thank you guys all for joining me. I hope that you're all having a relatively easy time with the rehab too, with whatever you've got going on. I know that people might have different things, but they still know that this is a good place to come to when you have any type of lower body injury, because it allows you to still work out in a more comfortable way when you're injured. So we're going to start out by doing a breathing exercise, to get ourselves calm, centered, and ready to head into the rest of our practice. So this is 4, 7, 8 breathing, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Breathe in deeply for 4, hold for 7, breathe out for 8. So we're going to start with that, then we're going to move on to some nice stretches, and this is a full upper body workout. It's all upper body, and at the end, just for anyone that is following along that has a knee injury, I'm also going to include the different exercises that I'm doing to rehab my knee as well, make it stronger than it even was before, different ankle exercises that I'm doing, because still that ankle injury, they don't just magically disappear, unfortunately. So we'll all get started. I think it would be a little bit more comfortable for me to have something right behind me. That ball feels perfect. So get yourselves comfortable. I know it can be a little bit more difficult when you're dealing with an injury, but try your best, and we'll get started with that 4, 7, 8. So for the first breath, I'll prompt you. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If that doesn't work for you, you can cut it back a little bit, maybe add another second of breathing in, and I'm going to do it with you guys now. Great job, everyone. So now we're going to start with a nice little set of stretching, because like I said in my video yesterday, you're sitting in different positions than you're used to. So we want to make sure that we're keeping ourselves open and flexible. And today we'll start with the neck. Just give me some nice circles in one direction, making sure to be gentle on yourself. You don't want to strain anything. This works for anybody that's on crutches, anybody that's in a wheelchair, any type of lower body difficulty that you have, this workout will work for you. So lean your head over to the left. If you want to add a little bit more, you can extend that right hand. Use the left hand to passively add a little bit of extra stretch. Switch sides. Now I want you to press in front of you and then retract the shoulder blades. Press out, pull in. Now you're going to do the same motion with your hands just behind your head. Open, close. Bring the chin towards the chest. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. Open. Now I'm just going to lean over to one side just slightly. Lift the other side. Bring the hands up. I think this might be a little bit more comfortable if I have my legs in a little bit. And I can flex my knee. Flexing has not been the issue so far. So I'm going to try it this way. Now we're going to go through a cycle of cat-cows. Not using your legs for support preferably. Stretching through that whole spine. Up and over, get a nice side body stretch. You can look up at your arm. Other direction, up and over. And now just make this a very gentle, comfortable sway. And you shouldn't be forcing anything. It should all just feel natural. It should all feel comfortable. And then I want you to reach both your hands up, stretch through the arms. Bring the hands out in front. Stretch the hands up, slowly lower. Stretch the arms up, and slowly lower. You can also do this with your legs extended. It was just starting to hurt my back. So this is a very comfortable enough position for me. Going to do a little spinal stretch. And then the other side. Want to make sure we're staying nice and limber. And now, if it feels comfortable for you, I just want you to do little circles with your spine. Very small. Nothing crazy. Other direction. Just to work through any of those tight spots. Bring your hands behind you. Get a nice chest stretch. You can tuck your chin down towards your chest. Bring the hands in front. Stretch through those wrists. Lift up and down. Up and down. Roll through those wrists. Other direction. Now I want you to pull back on your wrist. way. Other hand. You should feel a little bit more open. And now you're just going to lean back with your fingers facing towards your body to stretch out your wrists a little bit more. If you want, you can head into a very small back bend by just arching through your back and looking up at the ceiling. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can just look straight ahead. And release. You always find interesting things to use for under your knee. If you've ever had a knee injury, you probably know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh, this is perfect size for right under there. Now we're just going to pay a little attention to the leg that has been giving us all of the strength. So you're going to leave the injured leg alone for a second. And I just want you to pull the other leg in towards your chest. If you would like, you can lean back onto one of your arms. Just stretch through the hip flexor to get started. And this is the non-injured leg. Just making sure that that's very clear for everybody. You can roll through the ankle. Other way. Giving our injured leg a minute. Making sure we're not overdoing it. If anything feels wrong, stop. You don't want to make this worse. This is supposed to be recovery. It's supposed to be rehabilitating your knee. It's not supposed to be adding any additional pressure. Now I just want you to give your leg a hug. You can gently sway it back and forth. If it's easier for you to sway it back and forth this way, feel free. And this should be comfortable too. We're not trying to get the deepest stretch of our lives here. We're just trying to get some movement through this leg. If it works for you, you can head into a nice hamstring stretch. If you need, or if you want, you can grab a band to do it instead. Get a nice stretch through the hamstring. You can also use this as an opportunity to get a little stretch through your back by pulling the bands back a little. Bring the leg down and out towards straight and continue to stretch through the hamstring. Now I want you to just gently bring the uninjured leg over the injured leg without touching. And you're going to push into the non-injured leg to stretch through that outer glute. This one feels the best for me. By far. Giving that a nice stretch. You can head into an open twist in the other direction. Just to make sure that we're not getting any imbalances. This from underneath my knee and just bring both of my legs straight out in front of me and sit the weight back. If you want, you can also use a folded up towel under both of your knees. It's beneficial to not hyperextend your knees, especially if you tend to do that. And just sit here for a second in staff pose. Try to be on your sitting bones, but if you can, if that feels uncomfortable, if that's not possible for you right now, lay off. If this doesn't work at all, just sit comfortably. I'm going to use this opportunity to do some ankle strengthening exercises. Okay. I had so much luck with bands yesterday. I hope I have the same luck today. Now I'm just going to flex the foot in towards me and then bring it out. Very small movement. Just working on building some strength in that ankle. I know that these little strengthening exercises can feel very frustrating. I completely understand. I don't like them that much either. They're definitely not my favorite. I'd rather be squatting. I'd rather be doing something that feels a little bit more productive, but this really does make the difference, especially with healing. Other direction. Make sure you're breathing through all of this. You can use these exercises as sort of a meditation because they're definitely slower than we're used to. Okay, felt very nice. If it's possible for you, you can put your hands on your shins or on your thighs, making sure you're sitting up nice and straight. Then when you're ready, if it works for you, slowly pull the knees up to a flexed position and very gently test where it feels uncomfortable. You're just going to gently windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Then stop and rest. Now I'm just going to rest my knees against each other. Great opportunity to get in a few more neck rolls. Other direction. Okay. And now we are ready to get started. Now that we gave ourselves a full body stretch, I think that whenever you're injured, it's definitely beneficial to do at least a set of very gentle stretches every single day. You want to make sure that you're really not getting too tight anywhere. You want to make sure that you're staying open. So now that we're up, I just want you to come into a nice standing position. And like we did yesterday, I just want you to bend forward and stay. As soon as you feel any type of tension, just stay at that level for a second. Then activate through your glutes to get yourself standing back up. It's a simple hip hinge. You do it whenever you're doing deadlifts, squats, anything like that. We're practicing the correct movements for when we get back into our normal exercise routine. Engage through the glutes, come back up to standing. This is also a great way to stretch out the hip flexors, which can get really tight. Hinge. Stand. Great job. Okay. I like to do that when I stand up. I feel like it helps getting everything back realigned after sitting. Okay. Make your way onto a bench or a chair. That's what I would suggest for this set of exercises. If you do have a knee injury, I just think it's the best position to do things in. You're still supported. You're still going to be in a nice position, but you don't have all the pressure from standing. So we're going to start by just some simple shoulder circles. Like I said, this is an upper body workout. I have a set of 10-pound dumbbells and a set of 5-pound dumbbells. I'm not trying to get crazy strong here. I'm just trying to maintain the strength that I already have. And shoulder roll back. Now you're just going to swing your arms open and closed. Getting nice and open before we start. Now stay where you are, and to warm up our arms, we're going to do some punches just to get everything open. So we're going to start with a simple jab cross. As always, you're not punching at something, so you're not fully extending through the elbow. You're just punching forward, and right before you fully extend it, you pull it back in towards your face. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now we're going to head into hooks. hook, you're having your arm at a 90-degree angle, and you're coming to right in front of your face. Three, two, one. Now uppercuts. Make sure you're really engaging through your core for these uppercuts. This is a great move to keep good core strength. Five, four, three, two, last one. Now we're going to do jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Give me three more. One more. Switch. Now we're going to do the whole thing with the opposite arm starting. So now I'm going to start with my right arm. Back to those jab crosses, leading with the other arm that you didn't start with before. Three, two, one. Back to those hooks, starting with the right arm. For me, I don't know which arm you guys started with. And instead of getting mad that you can't do the full motion for these, you can use this as a time to work on your form because you are sitting, so it's not involving the legs right now. Three, two, one. Now uppercut, starting with the right arm. Staying nice and engaged through that core. Three, two, last one. Now jab, cross, hook, uppercut, other side. Give me three more. Two more. Last one. Great job, everyone. So now we're going to head into the actual weighted section. We're going to do, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how many we're going to do, but we're going to start with overhead press. Bring the weights alongside of you, and you're just going to lift them up and down. We're going to do, let's say, 15, 12, and 10. That's 5, 6, 7, using your core to keep you up nice and straight. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think all sets of 12 sounds a little bit better to me. Take a rest. Move through your arms. Switch positions of your leg if it's not working for you. And now we're going to head into just simple bicep curls. Bringing the weights alongside of your legs and then up to your chest. Keeping your elbows glued into your sides. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put those weights down, and now I'm going to come a little bit forward on my bench so I have room. We're just going to be doing lateral raises. Great job. Keep going. Just lifting to the side. 9, 10, 11, last one, 12, and take a rest. Now, in between sets, something that I would suggest doing, for myself at least, it's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to lift up my injured leg, give it a chance to take a break off the ground. And if it feels more comfortable, for you to have your leg resting, that's why I use the bench. Gave me some more options. So I'm going to put these out on my side. Whoops. Lift up these other weights. Throw them behind me. And now I know it feels more comfortable to have my leg up. Okay. For the lateral raise, I'll have to switch it around, but we're just going to keep moving. Let's head back. Actually, honey, do you want to help me for a second?
Yeah.
Will you help me move this bench? 1 second. Just think it will be easier to have the bench away from the wall. A little bit further so I can extend my leg. Perfect. Thank you.
Happy to do it.
Okay. And you see, you just have to make adjustments. You have to figure out what works, and then you have to change things around. And your workout might take an hour and a half, and you might feel like you got nothing done, but at least you're still trying. There are people that never work out, let alone when they're injured. So be proud of yourself that you came, especially when it's this easy to say, oh, I don't have to do anything. Okay, much better position. Back to those overhead presses. 1, 2, and you don't want to clank the weights together at the top. You just want to raise them to meet and bring them back down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great job. Bring the weights down. Take a break if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to head into bicep curls. Nine, 10, 11, last one, 12. If you're using a different weight for lateral raises, pick it up now. We're going to head into lateral raises. 1. Just lifting them up until the weights are parallel with your shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Whew. Take a break for a minute, relax, do whatever you have to do to feel comfortable. And like I said, I really mean it. Just be proud of yourself for coming. Try not to focus on anything else. I know it's hard. Your mind can wander and think, oh, well, I can't do this, I can't do this. Well, if you keep telling yourself that you can't do it, you're going to be right.
it's frustrating and it's hard, but you have to start telling yourself, I can do it. I'm going to get better. It's going to be fine. I'm keeping my strength in my core and my upper body. I'm working on my leg to keep it strong. The other leg's supporting me entirely. So really, all that you're doing is rehabbing the injured leg. That's the only thing that's going to have a little bit of time to get back to it. The rest of it, you can maintain. There's no reason that you can't, especially with healthy diet, everything else like that. Okay. Back to that overhead press. Five, 6, 7, let's just do 10. 8, 9, one more, 10. Whew. 10 bicep curls. Six, 7, 8. Great job, everyone. Keep going. 9 and 10. And last but not least, lateral raises. Two more. 1, last one, and 2. Whew. Great job. Get some nice arm swings. Get all that lactic acid out. You can stretch through your shoulders if that feels comfortable for you. Now I want you to grab a band if you have one accessible. It's going to be a little too heavy. Okay. You're just going to put it around your hands and you're going to pull in for a rear delt squeeze to work out that back. Want to, you can bring the other leg up. Last one. Great job. Take a break. And depending on how long you've been injured or you've been not working through your upper body, you might have a difficult time doing the same weights that you did before. So you might have to drop down a little bit. Don't worry about it. You work right back up. Side curls. Same as a normal bicep curl, you just curl them out to the side. You keep your elbows planted in the same spot. Six. 2 more. 11. Last one. 12. Okay. Gonna use the band again. And this is gonna be a lat pull. So I'm gonna start with my hands above me. And I'm gonna pull down and in. so that the band comes right to my chest. My elbows go back behind me. Last one, and 12. I think I'm going to do a descending pyramid for the reps. So we'll start with 12, then we'll go down to 10, then we'll go down to 8. This is my first time being injured and working out still, so I have to adjust as I go. I'm not entirely sure what's going to work, so I'm working with you guys as we're moving along, and hopefully we won't be doing these for too long. Okay, now we're going to head back when you're ready into that rear delt squeeze. So you bring your band right out in front of you, palms facing each other, and you pull back and in. It's very important to stay strong through your back to make sure that you don't get any type of back injury. Since you're sitting with your leg out in front of you probably a lot of the time, you want to make sure that you have the strength in your back to not round all the time. It's definitely not good for you. 3, 2, 1. I don't know if any of you realized yet either, you can't use momentum when you're sitting. So really, you might end up getting a better upper body workout than you usually do because you can't use your legs for momentum. Well, you can try. I don't know exactly how you do that. Back into side curls. And if you're using crutches, you want to make sure that you have a strong upper body because you're carrying yourself around with your upper body. So it's good to make sure that you're staying nice and strong. Three, 2, last one, 1. Weights behind you. At least that's where I'm putting my weights. If you guys can find a better spot, be my guest and let me know. I would love to know how your tips and tricks for working out when you're injured. I'm still learning right along with you guys. Lat pull down. There we go, take a little break. And it also feels good if you're used to getting all of those endorphins and those good hormones, hormones, when you're working out. You want to make sure that you don't want that to just fall off. So it's nice to find some way that moving feels right for you right now, no matter what it may be, just to give yourself that feeling of I'm still trying, I'm still here, I'm still giving it my best effort, and that's a great feeling, even if it's just walking around your house a few times. I promise you, you'll feel 10 times better than just sitting down. Getting a couple things done. Even sitting, I've been sitting at the kitchen sink doing dishes. Just to know that you're being productive feels very, very good. So, just a little tip that I figured out was very helpful for me because, honestly, the hardest part about the injury, I don't think is the injury itself or the rehab, it's the mental part of it, of not being able to do what you want to do. And a lot of times people that work out, the type A personality, it's frustrating. One more round of that delt squeeze. round of those side curls. Grab your weights and get going. Feels like summer's finally coming. Hearing all the birds, seeing all the trees and the flowers blooming, actually getting some nice weather. 2, last one. Bring those weights back out behind you. Lat pull down. Up overhead, and let's get going. Last one. Okay. Great job. You're not going to be needing that band anymore. So if you want to put it off to the side, go right ahead. The next round, we're going to be doing overhead tricep extensions, hammer curls, and then, I'll try a row to the side of the bench and see how it feels. And if it doesn't work, we'll pick something else. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of my 10-pound weights to start with those tricep overhead extensions. For this exercise specifically, because you have the weight straight up overhead, you really want to make sure that you're doing your very best to keep your core muscles strong and to keep straight up. Four more. 2, last one. 1. Bring the weights out to your sides, and you're just going to do hammer curls. For these, your palms are facing towards each other. The weights are vertical. And it's just a normal curl, just hitting a different part of that bicep. 3, 2, one more, 1. Great job. Whew, I'm feeling it. Didn't think I would. Very happy about it. Now, I'm going to see if this will work better. Let's try a small upright row. So you're just going to start at your hip points. You're just going to row very small, not a large range of motion. Up to your chest. That's where you're pulling to. One more. Take a little break. I'm going to see if sitting forward this round will feel a little bit better. All day I switch. Leg up, leg down. Leg up, leg down. Trying to figure out where I'm more comfortable. Okay. Back to that tricep overhead extension. I didn't feel the 10 pounds, so I'm going to try 20. See if I feel that a little bit more. We're doing 10 reps. Oops. Leave my hands like this. One more. Great job. I'm going to come to the edge of my bench for those hammer curls. Just 10. going to try a different way to row, see if this feels a little bit better. Nope, it's not really working. So, what's another good one that we can do? We'll just do 2 for this round. So, take another second. We're taking out that row. You can keep doing it if you want. I can't really find a comfortable position that I could row in. Maybe like this. Let's give it a shot. That's not bad. Okay. I'm keeping most of the weight in my uninjured leg. I'm going to start calling it my healthy leg. I feel like that sounds better than just constantly talking about injured, injured, injured. 2. Last one. Great job. Take a second. Heading into our last round of this. And we're moving on. And I'm going to skip 1 set. I just don't think I'm at the point yet where that's going to work really well for me. So for the last round, instead of doing the row, I'm going to do shoulder circles. Because I was going to do wall push-ups and kickbacks, but I think that can wait a little while. I think that I'm going to give myself a little time. So we're going to do 4 sets instead of 5. I hope you're all feeling challenged still, in a good way. 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. 8 hammer curls. Begin when you're ready. 2 more. Last one. I'm going to put my heavier weights that I'm using down on the mat, because that's where our last set's going to be. Down on your back, on your mat, on a bench, on your bed, whatever feels most comfortable for you right now. So for this last exercise, we're going to be doing shoulder circles. Just sitting down, holding weights out to your side. Yeah, these will work. So you're just going to circle forwards. Trying to keep your arms as straight as possible. To make it easier, you can bend them. Now go backwards. (13, 14, 15). Whew. Those are at a great burnout for anything. I always find those helpful. Put my 5-pound weights back. Didn't mean to give that one so much oomph. And I want you to make your way down onto your mat. Whatever that means for you, it's going to be a little different for everyone. I like to shake it out a little bit. When I switch positions, I like to move around, make sure that there's no locking in my knee, making sure that everything feels nice and open. Then it's a good idea to clear a space before you walk through. That's why I put my other smaller weights away. I know I wouldn't be needing them. So you know before we go down, so you have the right weights. It's going to be a chest press, a skull crushers, which are for your triceps, where you go like this, like the overhead extension but laying, and then chest flies. So pick out whatever weight would be appropriate for you for those moves, and then slowly and carefully find your way onto your back, whatever that means. It may look like it's always the hardest part, the transitions. I'm going to keep this, and like I promised, at the end of this workout, I'm going to be showing a little knee rehab for those that are suffering from a knee injury. So if you don't have a knee injury, you can just stop the video after the set. But if you are struggling from a knee injury, you can stick around a little. It's nothing crazy, just making sure that we're building strength, we're keeping some flexibility. So if you're either way, hopefully you're sticking around for this last round. So make your way down onto your back. If you want your legs extended out straight, that's totally fine. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this nice foam roller under my knee. I will be doing a foam rolling video later in the week for those of you that are feeling tight. I get it. I'm feeling very tight. You want to make sure that you stretch. However, you can figure out a way that feels most comfortable for you, or use your foam roller, because it is still possible, people. Okay, we're going to start with the chest press. Great job. And when you're ready, you're going to head into skull crushers. Keeping your arms right where they are and just bending at the elbow. 2, last one. Great job. Take a second. Then we'll head into chest flies. Okay. Get the weights up. You're going to open and bring together. Open out into a nice big semicircle and pull back up. Last one. And take a rest. Now I know that this is not a core workout, but there's no reason not to incorporate some core work. So all I want you to do is just come up. If one leg's extended, extend both legs, and you're just going to hold. Keeping a nice contraction through your stomach. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great job, everyone. Get those weights back up. And we'll start with the chest press. Great job. Skull crushers. That last time felt a little bit too hard, so this time I'm just going to hold one dumbbell, bend, and up. Last one. Great job, everyone. Take a second, and then we'll head into that chest fly. Find your other weight if you did what I did for this round. Get the weights back up overhead and fly. Last one. Great job. And rest. We're going to head back into that isometric contraction through our core. So make your way there. And when you're ready, pull up and hold. Feel as though you're pulling your belly button down into the floor. 3, 2, 1, and rest. This is our last round. We're right here. We just have to do 8 more repetitions of each move, and then we're done. So we're going to start with that chest press, just 8. Last one. I'm going to put my one weight down so I can do my 8 skull crushers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8. Take a second, shake out your arms, do whatever you have to do, because we got 8 more repetitions to go. Chest fly. Three, 2, and 1. Great job, everyone. Put those weights down. If you're joining me for the knee strengthening part of this workout, it's 4 quick moves. Nothing crazy. We don't want to be really doing too much with our knees. We just want to start to make sure that we're having strength, we're having stability, so that it's healing and restoring well. So if you are joining me, thank you guys. If you're not, also thank you guys for joining. I hope that this was what you hoped for and that you're feeling good, you're feeling all those positive endorphins, and I'll see you soon. And if you are joining me, please put a towel under the injured knee or some sort of small washcloth shirt. Doesn't really make a difference. And all that you're going to do is you're just going to activate through your quad and try to push that knee gently down into the floor for 3, 2, 1, and release. That's it. That's the whole first move. We're going to do it a second time. Activate through the quadricep for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to do it one more time. Okay. Activate through the quadricep for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Simple as that. It's the whole first move. I'd suggest doing that just about every day to start to stabilize your knee, start to build a little bit of strength. Now I want you to hold your leg from the back of your knee and from your thigh If you want to have someone else do this for you, you absolutely can. If you have the strength to do it yourself, you can also do that. All you're going to be doing is rotating your calf outwards, rotating your calf inwards, rotating outwards, rotating inwards, rotating outwards, rotating inwards. This gets blood flowing to the affected area, which helps it to heal. Rotating outwards, rotating inwards, rotating outwards. Last one, inwards, and rest for a moment. Now, if you want to see what that should look like, you can just grab your other leg and watch it rotate in and out, in and out. And that'll also show you what you're working towards. Okay, we have 2 more exercises, just 1 more on the ground. So I want you to come into a bridge position. Make your way down onto your back. Place your feet on the floor. Very simple. Come up onto your heels. Lower, slowly. Come up onto your toes. Lower, slowly. Heels. And lower. Toes. And lower. Just 2 more. 1. It's going to be harder on that other leg, but do it on both so you can see what you're working towards. Last 1. Heels. And toes. Oh. Okay. There's 1 more move of the whole workout. I'm going to clean up my space really fast because I don't like doing it after I'm done. I just like to be done. Get everything out of the way. You only need yourself for this last move. Get yourself into a standing position. Get yourself comfortable. Maybe start with a few of those hip hinges. I'm not going to use my cane because I don't need it. Trying not to be stubborn, but for this type of stuff, I know that I can do it without it. Do 1 or 2 hip hinges. Activating through those glutes. You're going to need them for the next move. You want your feet about hip width apart. Hinging. You're not squatting. You're just hinging. Hinging at the hips. You're just moving up and down. Now, all that you're going to do, make sure your feet are hip width apart. And this is only if you can stand on your leg. If you can't stand on your leg, this obviously is not going to work. Wait until you're at the point where you can stand comfortably on one leg. If I had to, I could stand on this leg by itself. Get your legs separated, and all you're going to do is squat until you feel any instance of pain, and then come up a little. Don't sit in pain. Find the edge, and then just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use the glutes. Stand up so slowly. Slower than you could ever think you'd come out of a squat. We're going to do it 2 more times. Make sure that there's weight evenly distributed. You need weight on that foot for this to work. Come down, 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 down. Ooh, there I felt it. So I come up a little. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stand up. We're just doing it 1 more time and then you're done. Now, why is this helpful? Well, first off, you can't just head right back into a squat after a knee injury. So this is preparing you for heading back into an obvious motion that we use every day. Get back down into that squat. And then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get yourself back up. And we're done. That's it for today. We got an upper body workout in. We stretched. We did some breath work. You worked on some leg exercises to strengthen that knee. So I hope that you guys got everything that you're looking for. As always, this is Kat, strong, not skinny, and I'll be back with more, and hopefully you guys are having a quick recovery, and I'm hoping that this is going to keep going as flawlessly as it's been going up until this point. Thank you guys so much.